welcome back to Planning Dale's Way. My name is Dale. This is my channel. And if you are new, well then, thank you for joining me. So happy to see you. If you have been with me before, hi, welcome back. Sit down, get comfy, you know the drill. What we are doing today, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's all real here and I just had a sneezing fit. So none of this highly polished, very professional kind of stuff happening here. It's just real planner stuff. So this is the planner that I am putting all of my 2025 pages in when I'm done with them. It's a bit hard to see, but it's, let me go up a bit. Oh, excuse me. It is a bit chunky, as you can see, and we're only halfway through. I'm a little bit late at doing one of these. It's the first 6 months. Why is this camera being silly today? It's the first 6 months of the year in here. And we're just going to have a bit of a flip through. Can I get that past the thing? All right, so I'm going to have to get up a little bit so I can get it past. For this year, I redated a planner, which is why these look a little different. So January. This was me trying to work out how to have my budget, my work, my appointments all in one. I found out quite quickly that wasn't happening for me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I just did the blowing of the nose thing. You'd think it would have gone away by now. But anyway. So this is the first week, last 2 days of December and the first week of January. I planned this week in both planners. So in the 2024 planner was the one I was using. I wanted to finish it out. And that had all of the writing and stuff in it. This one, I just decorated it with some stickers I got from Temu, and not much else. It was just a purely, let's get some fancy stickers on the page kind of spread. Then we're kicking off into the year, and me trying to do some meal planning. As you may have noticed, I do track what we have for dinner. Not necessarily a grocery list, but yeah, there we go. And of course, January for us is summer, so wanted to have the summer vibe still happening. And I made up a list of prompts this year to use stickers and sticker books, etc. And I called this one Ice Cream Dream because the prompt was ice creams. Then we had Australia Day. Now, these stickers are from like one of those little kids sticker books you get from one of the cheaper shops. And then these bigger ones I made on Canva. I found on Canva. I made this on Canva. The boxes, I had a box template that I had bought off Etsy. And so I just coloured them into the green and gold. So that was what I did. I have this set still for next year. I have the box colours for next year, but they were created in Canva for personal use. Then I had a camping prompt. I don't camp. Definitely not. But camping is something that people seem to do in the summer, so that's what I went with. Then we have my January snapshot or my January memory keeping. Hubby took me out. I got new shoes. He's putting together my stuff. I got a petty. It's very hot. I went and bought more stuff. So yes. They say you can go back and find all of those videos on the channel. Then we're into February. Now, I didn't have a February that fit, so I tried something new. I called this one Hearts and Flowers. Not all of my spreads have a name, but I just liked the hearts and flowers in this, so that was for Valentine's Day. As you can see, I've penciled in some things. archery and church and when we're having dinner with people and that sort of thing. And I had a day off and we went to Burnie. This is a teacher layout. So usually it has Monday to Friday down the side, and then I'm assuming you would do your subjects or whatever over the thing. I'd never used a teacher layout before. I can say that I will probably do it again because I like the lines, but also the lines didn't really matter one way or the other to me. I still just decorated it. So this theme was back to school because our kids went back to school. I say our kids, Australia's kids went back to school. Then, of course, we had Valentine's Day week, so that's what it is. And I wanted to use some stamps, so that's a stamp, and that's a stamp, and that's a stamp, and that's a stamp. And Ham got me some flowers for Valentine's Day, and there I am tracking my meds, but not necessarily tracking my meals. What have I done there? Why does that feel extra thick? Oh, well. Again, so still summer. So the beach was the prompt, or ocean. So I went with this. This is a Live Love Posh sticker. Apparently I didn't do anything at all on Saturday. Look at that, it's empty. And that sort of thing. So yeah, so then again we're still in the teacher layout. And it was the colour green, I'm pretty sure. We had a gender reveal and found out that my daughter Kendra is having a baby girl. So that's why it's all green except for that sticker, because it's the only sticker I had that said gender reveal. Went to Burnie for the Robin Hood tournament in archery, which was fun. And we did a lot of good stuff. So we had February date night, we had Valentine's Day, we had a couch picnic, and there are the flowers. I was playing with some pictures. And I love that photo. That's on our way to Burnie. That's my new fun photo. We stayed at Burnie. We went to the movies while we were there. Then we went to Wings Wildlife World with my mum, Uncle Pete, Auntie Gaynor, me and Ham. And we did that. And so I made a memory keeping spread. I know I'm so photogenic in some of these photos, aren't I? So that is the memory keeping for February. Then we're into March. Autumn, I think. So that's the Robin Hood tournament that carried over from last week, because that starts on the 3rd. So very autumn feel. I love autumn. I love the colours of autumn, or fall as Americans call it. But yeah, just the 8th was International Women's Day, so I've got this pretty little girl sticker here. And we were going to Launceston because we were spreading my in-laws' ashes. So 2 weekends in a row we were away. Then I wanted to do something a bit different. This one wasn't a prompt, but I used the Mystic Babe book by Live Love Posh, and I've started tracking my meals as well as my meds. And I love the vibe of this one. It's so cute. Then we had St. Patrick's Day. That was also my wedding anniversary. Just a whole heap of stuff. Victoria came for a visit and we played some games. Victoria's a friend we met through the SCA and the archery and D&D, and that's how we know her. More sort of autumny things, but I think the book was The Elf's Cottage by Timu, and Amber Plans Her Day was where we got some of the other stuff. I can't remember what the prompt is because apparently didn't write it down. March, so that is before. His name is Rexy. I think he's a fabulous target. Let's see if you can get a good look at that. There we go. That's Rexy. And unfortunately, we did shoot him. He survived. When we went to Launceston, we went and did an escape room, Hamish and I did. We did this Ghost of the Leading Lady. It was the first time either of us have ever done an escape room. It was so super fun. We also went bowling, and he beat me because I don't bowl well. So that's us at the escape rooms and the bowling. And then we had a quick go at the Queen Victoria Museum and looked at some of the things. That's me being very photogenic again. I wish that shadow was off my chin. That looks like I'm sticking my tongue out. But we had a quick look around the museum. I love that. And we went to the planetarium show and everything like that. And then we ended up in Westbury and Port Sorell to do the Ashes and that sort of thing. This is the little Hawley Beach, I think it is, at Port Sorell. And I was just trying to get some, like artistic photos of the beach. But apparently I'm not that great of a photographer. On our way home, we went to Steamfest. That was outside the cabins we were staying at in Devonport. Then we had Dallas's Leavers Dinner. Why they're doing a Leavers Dinner in March, I don't know, but his grade 10 celebration dinner. And we went to Chinese in Kingston for our anniversary. And there's Missy Cat and a cute sunflower in Franklin. We finally sold my mother-in-law's house. This is my new friend Stumpy because he doesn't have a tail. And I read this. Not everything like that gets done. April, so we got Easter. Oh, excuse me. And then the prompt was orange, so I went with orange fall colours. I don't know, I can't remember what the prompt was, but I love this and I love this. These are probably some of my favourite washi tapes, but I went with books. So I have this washi tape now, and I pulled out all of these stickers. I think it was from, the stickers, these ones at least, were from a book I got from Temu, but I can't remember the name of it right now, and I obviously didn't write it down. And the florals were from something else that sort of blended in and that sort of thing. So yes, then we've got Happy Easter. I had a to-do list and didn't need it. I also had to go and have a cardiologist's appointment. I had a cardiac stress test. This prompt was red. No, it was Anzac Day. Anzac Day, that was the thing. Again, these poppies I found on Canva, so I used that. These are just some that I found. I made red boxes, so I've got a red and black. But yes, it was for Anzac Day. That would be it. Alrighty, so here is outside one of my clients' windows down their driveway. I just love the way the trees looked. Love that. So that was the 1st of April. And then on the 2nd, I was in hospital with some chest pain. Adulting is bullshit. That's just a sticker I found or something I printed out. And this week I had completely agreed with the adulting is bullshit because I was in hospital. Then I did some rearranging in my office. This is a cute piece of art on the wall at one of my clients' houses that I really like. I sent these 3 photos to a friend who is serving a mission for the church, and he's currently in the States. So all 3 of these trees are next to each other in the same location, but one was still green, one was half and half, and the other one had changed just to sort of say, hey, look at me. I went to my cleaning job and they'd had a birthday party for their little girl and left up the balloons, which I thought was cool. And then this little puppy dog, well, he's not so little, I went to open the car and get in to go home when I'd finished, and there he is sitting in the car. And yeah, so that I made some chicken drumsticks for tea. It was very nice. Then we're into May, and May just went... Everything happened in May. The book was Butterflies from Happy Planner. So we started off, this was my daughter's birthday week, and she is my gothic, creepy, emo kind of girl. So I went gothic and creepy. The Timu book was Night Castle. That's where I got all of this sort of stuff. That one's from Live, Love, Posh, I'm pretty sure, and just a random quote. Then the second week, it's Mother's Day, so I went very spring because Mother's Day in America is in the spring. So we had brunch and that sort of thing with my mum and Kendra at Ridges in Hobart. That was fun. And then it was baby shower week. So everything I had planned for the baby shower. Kendra was having some medical issues. So we went pink because we knew the baby was a girl, and it gave us an excuse to use some washi tape. And this is Kendry, and this is Kendry and James. And so, this is the baby shower that I did, and Christine made the cake. That's my mum and dad with them. That's me, Christine, and Gemma. Gemma is Ham's youngest daughter, and she helped. This is me and my girl. Helped us set it all up, and I wasn't sure where to put it, but I stuck it in the middle of, so the baby shower was on the Sunday, so I stuck it in the middle of the week. Kendra ended up in hospital with the BP, like preeclampsia, etc. The 21st was Dallas's 16th birthday. Lots of sticky notes in this week just because stuff kept happening. Then we had the unexpected arrival, as in she was early, of our beautiful Athena girl. So this is Athena Sylvie, and she was born on the 26th via C-section. I had a to-do list for this week, just I slapped it in the middle, and then I made this. This is her when she was just born. So just the prettiest little thing, just to show what she was like. And she was on a feeding tube in the hospital, sleepy baby. And there's the timeline of how things happened and when she got to go home and that sort of thing, which did happen later. But, so Sarah's birthday. Is this where Ham had his back pain? I don't know. I don't remember. So now we've got the May snapshot. It's Mother's Day. This was us at the Mother's Day brunch. I bought myself flowers. One trip to the emergency room for Ham and his back. And Kendra was also in the hospital, like I said, with the blood pressure. Then we had my mum and dad's 50th wedding anniversary. That was the day before Kendra's baby shower. This was me waiting for them to call me back in to do my heart scan for my stress test. And I just took a random selfie, pretty much because I liked the picture on the wall that was behind me. And then just because I made myself waffles. I say made myself waffles. They were packet bought, but waffles. And then, of course, we got the baby. And then one time I went to visit the baby and my car blew up. Well, not literally blew up, but it started leaking. That was the 29th, so she was a couple of days old. And my poor car came home on a tow truck. So that was March. That was not right. That was May. And then June. Now, if you've been watching, you've probably seen the June before because I only did it not that long ago. And not a lot happened in June. Both Ham had a disectomy surgery on his back and Athena came home. She was 16 days old. Both of those things happened on the 11th. My car cost me a fortune to get it fixed. He came home and he was I picked him up from the hospital here and he was doing really well. We gave Kendra a bit of time to settle in, etc. And I took myself to the movies. We had archery a couple of days that week, some doctor's appointments, etc. So here we go. The 1st of June is the 1st of winter, and I named this one Hello Winter, but I'm pretty sure the prompt was snowflakes. So I did snowflakes. Then, because it's Pride Month, I did a rainbow with some black outlined florals. And then scrapbook paper and snowmen, 2 separate prompts that month, but I combined them and we made snowmen. Christine did snowmen too. And then, oh, hello, I don't know, where'd you come from? And then I did Disney. I say it was for Disney. But because of Ham's surgery, etc., we barely did anything. So we went to Lightwood Bottom Blues Club and I took myself to the movies. And that was pretty much it. This is where I store all my journaling, but that's private now that it's filled in. So I'm not going to flip through that. But you can see my journal when I design my journal and all of that sort of thing. You'll be able to find that if you go look for it. So that is the first 6 months of 2025 in my planner. Now I've got to get it closed. Oh, these discs, these great big discs, they're from Temu. I got them in one of my Temu hauls, which is on the channel. And of course now it doesn't want to close. There we go. So, any comments you would like to make? I would happily listen to them. I'd love to chat with you in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Share me with your friends. I'm pretty easygoing. I love to be spread around in the planner community. And yeah, that's it for this one. And I will see you in the next one. As always, be happy, be healthy, be kind, and most importantly, be you. Bye.